Hi, my name's Rob Hadley at the Vancouver Hypnotherapy Schoool. Now, Vancouver Hypnotherapy Schoool is an online school, and we provide training through online means across the world in hypnosis. And what we're going to look at today is the Level 1 course, which is a very simple course, but what it does is it gives you a solid understanding of the basics of hypnosis. Now, at Vancouver Hypnotherapy, in our practice, we have 6 therapists. They work in areas as diverse as helping people with their sports performance, right across to our speciality, which is working with addiction. So these skills all rely on a thorough and fundamental understanding of the skills associated with hypnosis. And our therapists are all trained very much in the manner that you'll see in these videos in the Level 1 course. Now, those skills, whether you're going to be a stage hypnotist, whether you just want to use it for a little bit of fun, or whether you want to help people in your community, those skills are tremendously valuable skills and tremendously effective skills. We've had great success at Vancouver Hypnotherapy, the practice, and also at the school. So, as we go through Level 1, you will learn the fundamentals. Now later, the more complex aspects of hypnotherapy and also some areas of addiction work and things like that are dealt with in the higher levels. But in the end, everything really does come back to an understanding of the basics. And in Level 1, you'll learn everything you need to know to hypnotize someone. You'll also get an understanding of hypnosis, so you'll be able to do this in a safe and constructive way. When we use hypnosis, we never want to put anybody into a situation where they're in any way vulnerable or humiliated or feel anything negative. So what I always suggest to people who are going to go down the path of learning about hypnosis is ask yourself how you'd really like to use it and how you can benefit others around you with the use of hypnosis. So that's a very good starting point, and wherever you go with hypnosis, in the end, it all comes back to the fundamentals that you learn in Level 1. Now, there are more complex techniques, sometimes more dramatic techniques, and there are more specific techniques to unusual circumstances that one might employ and learn about as one goes further forward. But in the end, the fundamentals are always what makes a good hypnotist, and that is understanding trance, understanding how to induce trance, we use the phrase induction, and understanding what to do with it, and to do so in a safe and competent manner. So Level 1's a very important course for anybody who's interested in any aspect of hypnosis. Some people who do this course are psychologists, and some people are hobbyists. Regardless of this, they still need these basic skills. You can't really get anywhere in hypnosis without these skills. Now, the most important thing in hypnosis training, and an area which many schools actually don't put enough emphasis on, is that real progress happens with practice. When you see these courses advertised that they'll teach you about hypnosis in 3 weeks or 4 weeks, it's pretty much nonsense. And the reason I say that is very simple. You don't get time to practice what you've learned in such a compressed course. One of the reasons we use an online course is so that it's self-paced. You get the time to practice. Now, our Level 1 is broken into 6 sections, and what I would suggest is read through the material in each section, and there's a book which accompanies this which you can download, and you'll be able to see various videos. Read through it initially. Each section, read fairly quickly. So when you're going into Section 1, read Section 1 fairly quickly. Play some of the videos. Some of them are free content, some of them are premium content that you do have to pay for. And as you read it, just take on board what you can in a quick read through. And then go back to the start of Section 1 and read it in detail. Now, when you've done that, when you've been through each section 2 times and practiced what you've seen in that section, if there are exercises to practice, when you've done that, you're then getting a very strong understanding of the material. If you just skim it, you're not really going to get very much from it. If you skim it and don't practice, well, save yourself the time, don't even bother. What's really key to hypnosis is first reading and understanding that information, and then going out and putting some of that information into practice. So, and this is probably the first video that you'll be seeing of this course, one of the things you want to start doing right from this moment, apart from getting excited about the material that you're going to see, because it is good material, one of the things you want to do right from the start is start thinking of volunteers who you'll be able to practice with. We try not to use the phrase practice on, because this isn't something you're doing to this person. This is something you're doing with them. The best volunteers are sometimes not the closest people to you. They might be friends of friends. And the reason I say that is that the people who are closest to you, you already have an established relationship with. Now, that established relationship is not always of the authority relationship that you want with a hypnosis subject. So what I'd like you to think of is asking 1 or 2 friends as you go through the next few days if they would mind helping you refine some of your hypnosis practice. This is not going to make you sound quite like you're starting right out from the basics, and by the time you actually do start to work with them, you will have some good skills. You'll have learned a few things as you've been through the various sections in level 1. And by the time you actually do work with them, you'll have a little understanding of what you're doing, and you'll be able to do it safely and carefully. But you're going to want a number of volunteers. I would suggest you probably want about 5 volunteers. And the best way to pace yourself is to try working with a volunteer every couple of days, a different one. And you're probably going to spend 20 to 25 minutes with them. Now, as you go through level 1, each of the 6 sections, you will learn some very, very powerful skills. Even the most accomplished hypnotists always come back to these basics, which is why they're so important. Even my own therapists here who work at Vancouver Hypnotherapy retrain in these once or twice a year just to refresh everything. To try and move forward without these skills is complete folly. So they are very important for you. This is an interesting journey, and you're setting out on it with a guide who does know what he's doing. I've done a great deal of hypnosis over the years, and I've done many, many shows from everywhere from Rio de Janeiro right across through Europe into India and Mumbai and beyond, in fact. So you're getting access to a pretty good body of information and a great deal of expertise. I'm also available through the comments and through my own email, which is listed on this site, for questions and a few other things. Best place to put the questions, though, is in the comments, so other people can benefit from the questions that you ask. So I want you to enjoy this course. The most important thing about hypnosis is to use it to the benefit of people around you. It should be fun, it should be safe, and it should help others. My name is Rob Hadley, and you can reach me through this site, and you can see some of the comments which I answer on the site. I hope you enjoy this journey. It is an exciting one. I've tried to include a certain amount of free content as well as premium content. So even if you're not able to afford or don't wish to pay for content, you'll still get a lot out of this. However, to get the most out of it and to have a really great understanding of these fundamentals, you probably want to pay for the premium content for level 1. And if you're interested in advancing through to becoming a hypnotherapist, or in our top level, working with extreme addiction, then those levels 2 and 3 are a little more complex, require a little more work, but can be of enormous benefit to the people around you and in your community. Okay, so let's get right on to section 1 of level 1.